Welcome all to the first annual Christmas Clash. I'm joined here by Kason, say hi,
Uh,
and Malachi,
Heyo.
and I'm Charlie, and we've got a healthy cast up for us today. 48 fighters. It's going to be a big battle. It's really all up in the air right now, and we'll get right into it. First competitor, Black Santa, sponsored by Carter Hoskins. He's got a little six pack going on there. Oh, yeah, I'll click that. I think he's got a good shot. What do you guys think of this competitor?
I think he's really. I think he's got an opportunity here. Opportunity to really win it all, maybe.
He's got a lot of physical strength. All right. Coming all the way from Nazareth is Jesus Christ. He came down for his birthday, and he's going to compete in the Christmas Clash. Now, do you guys think this is pre-resurrection or post-resurrection? That's the real question here.
I'm thinking post.
yeah.
Post-resurrection?
Yeah, post.
He's
I
got a
would
good
say.
shot at winning it then.
Yeah. He's got the experience.
Yeah.
He does.
Next up is Frosty, sponsored by Magnus Bruning. He kind of has like a pike slash
It's like
shotgun.
It's like it kind of looks like a revolver.
Yeah.
Something. He's got something.
Mm-hmm.
He's got something cooking.
He's got a devious smile to go with that as well. Next up is Jack Frost, solid choice. The Ice Sword, sponsored by Jalen Teja. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Alcoholic, sponsored by Evan Fisher. No explanation
Really
needed
wet.
there.
It's really wet. I don't know why he's so wet.
He's
but
slobbering.
He's really wet. That's a lot of slobber.
Yeah.
Like, everywhere.
Next up is Badger, sponsored by Caleb Steinbron. This is a solid choice right here. Badger's already lost his
Really a
mind.
wild card here.
Mhm.
Yeah, he really is.
This could go any way. Bill, the depressed Christmas elf, sponsored by Caden Davidson.
Yeah.
Nothing to say there.
That's sad.
Chunky, the Christmas monkey, sponsored by Peyton Miser.
Really out there just to have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
He has a fire in him.
Really?
Into his eyes.
You think he's got something deep inside him?
Fire waiting to come out.
We'll just have to wait and see. Next up is Kringler, sponsored by Braden Andrew Burns. Solid choice here. Just some
Massive.
Nordic fighter. One of the only real fighters coming into this today.
That is true.
Definitely has some experience.
Mm-hmm.
He's got some fighting experience.
Next up is Butterballs Joe, sponsored by Drew Clemesrud. Another wild card here. We don't know any way this could go. Next is Carlos the Candy Cane, sponsored by Dane Butler.
Don't let the fact that he can't move fool you, folks. He's
It's all in the eyes.
He's here to win. All right, Carlos is here to win. Christopher, the Frozen Child, sponsored by Victor Njane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
He's
Uh-huh.
doing his thing.
yep.
Yeah.
We got Gindroy, sponsored by Matt Fitzgerald.
He's
got a
definitely a
little
fierce competitor.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's small but mighty.
Yeah, it's a good way to put it. Stinkle, sponsored by John Rand. Solid choice. It looks like he has a gun there.
It looks. I'm not really. It's really pointy. I'm not really sure what's going on with
Yeah.
that. It's
Yeah.
like a little harpoon gun, maybe.
Now, does his companion come into battle with it?
That's a good
Can he
question.
It's a summon. Is it a
summon
summon?
him? Can he summon him?
He might be able to summon his friend here. Next up is Gorth, sponsored by Nick Wellet. Just a gorilla with a gun. Can't go wrong there.
Strong character. Strong character.
A lot of physical strength.
Mm-hmm.
Grumplet.
He's a wild card.
We don't know a lot about
We don't know what's
Grumplet.
under there.
We don't know what's under the hood. Sponsored by Luke Hayes. Kermie, sponsored by Logan Oliver. We all know Kermie.
Classic.
We all know what's going on there.
Mm-hmm. Goatman, sponsored by Ethan Tretton. A little bit of menacing.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
We don't know what he's doing with that staff. Actually.
Yeah.
It's a little furry looking staff.
The
Mhm.
staff is kind of furry.
Yeah. Maybe he can tickle some people with it.
He might
we don't
tickle
know.
some people with the staff.
Up next is Plonkel, sponsored by Sidney Berger and Hayden Beyer.
Devious.
Devious little fella. Probably going to slink around in the shadows a lot. We
I would-
might see some
for
stealth
sure,
kills
for
by
sure.
him.
I would think so. Yeah.
Up next is
yeah.
up next is the Grinch, sponsored by sponsored by Mark Benz.
I don't think anybody wants this guy to win.
No, yeah.
Mark Benz is rooting for him, guys.
Yeah,
Mark Benz is rooting for him.
Yeah, it's all in the picture, really. Not much to say there. Oh, poor Cindy. We got Grunch up next. Little stalking fella.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Oliver Toe.
Grunch is much less pedophilic than his larger brother, the Grinch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we might have some more rooters for Grunch than Grinch.
Definitely.
Chimney Child, solid choice. Sponsored by Braden Walters.
Well, fire guy.
Yeah. You know, a fire demon might have the upper hand in the Christmas clash
That
if you
is
think
true.
about it.
He's got
And
the elemental
he can
advantage.
also fly, it seems.
Yeah.
He
Some
does have
wings
some
there.
little wings. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Up next is Daryl,
Ooh.
sponsored by Garrett Weber.
Good choice
this is
there.
A badass pick.
Now this guy knows how to survive in the wild. I think he's gonna thrive in the Hunger Games situation.
I would assume.
Up next, Schnobsworth,
Mm.
little wizard fella.
Yeah.
He's pondering.
He might cast some spells.
He might.
Yeah.
We don't know. Sponsored by Peyton Hoffman. Up next is Clara the Krusty Christmas Stocking, sponsored by sponsored by Logan Frank.
I don't think anybody's expecting this.
We're really not
Krusty
sure what the
Stocking.
motivations are.
She probably
Too
wants to
much.
die, if we're gonna be honest here.
Maybe that fire might be lit in the arena though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, last time we did have a competitor that seemed like they wanted to die, and they performed really well.
They did go quite a ways.
So maybe it'll go in that direction this time as well.
It could.
Up next is Dorothy, sponsored by Nikki Fitzgerald. Just,
She's not looking.
She's on her deathbed, but don't let that deter you, ladies
yeah,
and gentlemen.
she's frail but mighty.
She's not going out without. a fight,
She
that's
knows
for
how to
sure.
use that dagger. Up next is Beatrice. Yeah, I think Beatrice. I think her
Had a
family
shot.
just kind of put her in there to get rid of her. But Beatrice might come home with the gold.
I
That
mean,
mallet is gonna hit hard.
Yeah.
I know that.
Oh
She-
yeah, with
she
the
looks-
muscles on her.
she looks like she could hug somebody to death.
Probably.
For sure.
Yeah.
Gumdrop Jones, sponsored by Tyler Parkin. A solid choice. This guy has experience, you can tell.
Real
Little
war hero.
wounded,
Yeah.
but-
Mhm.
Probably has a purple heart.
He
I would- yeah.
Well, everybody has a purple heart nowadays, so that doesn't even matter.
Everybody has one. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. Next is Peppermint Jones's brother, sponsored by Nabil. Just another war hero,
For sure.
and he's gonna go out there and do what he does best. Kevin, sponsored by Jeff Lindsay. All right,
This guy
This-
is jacked.
this
Wait.
guy's been in the porn industry, but
I mean,
that's not all he has to him.
if we're, he's.
Um,
He may whore himself out.
Ye-
that is
that
true.
we could see some seduction happening on the battlefield. Up next is Gandhi, sponsored by Joseph Laurie. Well,
Peaceful guy.
he's a peaceful guy. He might. Hey, maybe abstinence and peacefulness is the way to go in this fight.
Yeah.
Lord knows that the last guy didn't get many kills. Up next is Death Bells, sponsored by Samuel Fitzgerald. Pretty solid choice. Little assassin.
Yeah.
He's lurking in the shadows. We might see some more stealth kills from
Definitely
this character.
experience.
Up next is Snow Angel. A solid choice as well.
I'm really. Is Snow Angel related to Jesus Christ?
I don't know. That's a good question. They might know each other.
That is true.
Do
we might
those
see
wings
some.
work though?
Ooh.
That's the question.
They might be just for
Almost
show,
know.
for all we know.
Yeah.
Up next is Hugo,
Ooh.
sponsored by Ben Schramm.
It's really solid.
This guy is ready to
Massive.
crack some skulls.
Oh yeah.
This guy's not going down easily, I'll tell you that much. Up next is Bartholomew, another wild card.
Look at all those knives though.
Bartholomew
Yeah.
definitely knows how to use those knives.
He
So
knows.
he's
He
going to be a
knows what's
tough
going
fella to take down.
on. Yeah.
Sponsored by Joey Cooper. Buford up next. Buford,
He's a real fan favorite. if
yeah,
we're being
Buford
honest.
is a fan
He
favorite.
is.
Yeah.
He's pretty menacing just in his own right, despite his size.
Mm-hmm.
Sponsored by Henry Pierce. We'll see where it goes for him. Up next is Blubbus, sponsored by Noah Sauer. No opposable thumbs, so I don't know how that's going to work out for him, but maybe their sheer mass
He is a big fella.
he is
He could,
big.
yeah.
could probably trample a few competitors. Next up is Drunk Drop, sponsored by Choo Choo Ladu.
Look how big that knife.
He knows how to use that knife, we can tell, and he has a fire in his eyes.
Yeah.
So
He's definitely been in his fair share of bar fights.
Oh yeah,
For
Yeah.
sure.
he knows how to throw a punch. Up next is Meowsicles Eater of Worlds, sponsored by Wesley Williams.
Now, Meowscles could win it all for sure.
This is definitely one of the top picks. He
Mhm.
could kill most of the
He
competitors.
does have a stock coming out
Yeah, look
as
at
his tail.
look at that gun. You know where
Yeah.
that gun is? You don't know what else he
Two
could be
guns?
hiding. Yeah,
He could have
Possibly.
served next to Gumdrop and Peppermint Jones for all we know.
that is true. Yeah.
Up next is
Lethal sniper.
Tyreek, sponsored by Jonas Van Dis. Solid choice here. He seems to be a little bit larger than the other competitors, which might give him a bit of an advantage here.
Might be pretty slow though.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
And he is made of gingerbread, so they might be able to hack away at his feet.
That is they might
He
eat him.
he definitely packs a punch though.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
Not easy to take down. Christmas Spirit, sponsored by Harry Abbott. This guy, I can see another Shadow Lurker in him.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. No weapons, it seems, but
Yeah.
Maybe he kills his opponents with PTSD. I mean, yeah,
I'd believe that he could snap a few necks out there.
I could see that. Yeah.
Coco, sponsored by Kellen. Got a little Super Meat Boy look here. He definitely knows how to use that hammer, and he's here to win. You can see it in his eyes. I think he's a solid competitor. Alvin the Merry Assassin, sponsored by Matthew Morse. In the Christmas setting, I think this camo is really going to help him out. What do you guys
Sure.
think?
I definitely think so.
what does he have that in that present too?
That is true.
That's
That's a
he
little bit of a
could
wild card.
have some extra supplies in these presents. We don't know. Golem, sponsored by Nolan Harder. Again, another large competitor. Maybe Golem and Tyreek will go hand to hand as the two Colossuses.
Mhm.
I see Golem as a more peaceful character though.
Really?
I
Yeah.
could definitely see him being
A
a little
gentle
bit of a
giant?
pacifist.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay. Lil Thulu, sponsored by Max Young.
Very, very solid choice.
Mhm.
Yeah, little bit of an ineffable creature, just
Galactical
slightly.
size.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm thinking some
Definitely
mental
the biggest
attacks.
character.
Yeah,
I think the only person who could really go toe to toe with him is probably Jesus Christ.
that is
Yeah.
true. Yeah, Jesus
Some
Christ might
special
have him.
powers.
Next is Shags, sponsored by Henry Eischen.
Mm.
This guy's a little in the clouds.
Yeah,
He's got the determination though.
yeah.
He's not giving up.
He's
got
bringing
the will.
he's bringing back the Scooby snacks.
Oh shit.
Next is Judas. Judas is not having a good day,
They want to end it.
but some of that insanity might come and help him out in the battling field. I think that's very possible.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Brady Schuler, and then our last sponsor is Max Fahrenkrug, sponsoring Jason. All right.
Jason is just out there to have a good time.
Jason's
folks.
just having fun. All
Yeah.
right. Not much more to say. I don't think he's gonna have fun, but
You never know. You never know.
maybe he's a sleeper.
Yeah.
Another fan favorite right
For
here.
sure.
All right. And then, God, let's just get right into it. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Peppermint stabs his brother
Oh
to death
my
with the
God,
scythe
this was
immediately.
Wow.
The first death, Peppermint stabs his own brother to death. That's tough to see.
That's a plot
That was-
twist right
yeah,
there. I was
for
not
sure.
expecting that one.
Gingeroid runs away from the cornucopia. Kringler runs into the cornucopia and hides.
Interesting.
Not
He might-
expecting Kringler to hide.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He might get some stealth kills while people run towards the cornucopia. Grunch runs away from the cornucopia. Beatrice grabs a jar of fishing bait while Jason gets fishing gear.
Interesting alliance. Okay.
This is an interesting alliance.
So we got the two family friends, kind of just the family people getting together, and they're going fishing.
I think they're gonna have a good time fishing.
They might.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bill finds a bow, some arrows, and a quiver.
That matches him. Yeah.
Tyreek runs away from the cornucopia. Badger and Kermie fight for a bag. Kermie gives up and retreats.
And
I don't think
I
Kermie
would've
could
given
possibly
up.
take
Yeah.
Badger.
No, I don't.
If
think
you
so.
see a rabid homeless man fighting you for scraps, he's gonna win because he knows how to fight for those scraps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Clara the Christmas stocking runs away from the cornucopia.
How can she run?
Maybe
We don't
with her
see any legs
hands.
on her.
She's got hands.
Yeah.
She might have.
Yeah.
Let's not worry about the details. Black Santa runs away from the cornucopia.
I think he's got something cooking though. I
Mhm.
think he does.
Drunk Drop runs away. Buford runs away. Schnobsworth runs away. Christopher stays at the cornucopia for
Ooh,
resources.
Interesting.
This is a smart
Kringler
choice.
might get to Christopher.
I could see that happening.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Hugo stays at the cornucopia. Rudolph takes a sickle.
Interesting.
That would be terrifying.
That would be terrifying.
Plonkel runs away. Gandhi and Grumplet fight for a bag. Gandhi gives up and retreats. That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not expecting to see violence out of Gandhi so soon, though.
Mhm.
Golem runs away from the cornucopia. Blubbus runs away. Jack Frost runs away. Butterballs grabs a backpack and retreats. He's
Interesting.
probably got some speed on that
Definitely.
sleigh of his.
I would think so.
And then Lil Thulu grabs a jar of fishing bait while Goatman gets fishing gear.
Okay, so they're both going. Okay, so we got two pairs fishing.
Mhm.
Okay.
Off the bat.
Not sure how that's gonna work, but it's all good.
Yeah.
Dorothy, Deathbells, and Kevin work together to get as many supplies as possible. I'm a little worried with Kevin and Dorothy working together, if I'm gonna be honest, because I don't think Dorothy can handle Kevin, if I'm gonna be completely honest here. I
yeah.
think Kevin might accidentally kill Dorothy.
I wouldn't think Death Bells would team up as well.
I
That's
think
true.
Deathbells would watch. Bartholomew runs away. Grinch runs away.
Okay.
Shags takes a sickle.
Oh boy.
Stinkle runs away with a lighter and some rope.
Seems accurate.
Meowsicles runs away. Jesus finds a canteen full of water. He's
Is
going to
he
turn
gonna
that
make
into
some
wine.
Oh my
He's gonna
goodness.
make some wine for
He is
everybody.
going to make some wine. All right. We got what's going on down here. Daryl sets off an explosive, killing
Oh my
Christmas Spirit,
goodness.
Carlos, Alvin, and Chunky
Oh
the
my-
Christmas
oh my
Monkey.
God.
4 off the
Daryl coming
Daryl
in
is
with
so fierce.
4 kills
So
off
much
the bat.
experience.
Daryl has that hunting experience. He definitely knows how to set off and set traps like that, you know.
Wow.
And it's really showing through because Christmas Spirit, Carlos, Alvin, and Chunky all succumbed. It's sad to see Chunky go so soon,
I wanted to watch.
I wanted to
More
see what
Chunky.
Chunky could do in the arena, but
but that's just how the Hunger Games goes. Chimney Child runs away, Snow Angel runs away, Gorth runs away, Judas and Frosty fight for Bag. Judas gives up and retreats. I
Yeah,
can see that.
that makes
Yeah,
sense. Yeah.
Coco runs into the cornucopia and hides.
Yeah, so we got a few people hiding in the cornucopia.
Hugo makes a slingshot. Coco attacks Bartholomew, but he manages to escape.
Okay. Okay.
Kermie searches for a water source. Blubbus defeats Jack Frost in a fight, but spares his
Ooh,
life.
Wow. Interesting.
Very
I can
interesting.
see that from Blubbus, though.
I don't think he's a killer.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
Killer.
He looks like a good guy to heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Plonkel sprains his ankle while running away from Gandhi. The two midgets here are kind of going at it, but none of them coming out completely
Gandhi
on
has
top.
some fight in him for sure.
Mm-hmm. Bill makes a slingshot.
Okay.
He has a bow
Stinkle
and a
attacks
slingshot
Beatrice, but Butterballs Joe protects her, killing Stinkle.
Oh wow.
So Stinkle attacked Beatrice, and Butterballs Joe came to the rescue, and now Stinkle is dead.
That's gonna lead to some interesting alliances.
Where's
later.
Jason, though? I thought he was...
Jason
Oh,
was
no.
with Beatrice last we saw him.
Did Jason and Death Bells get to some activities?
I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
Snow Angel is hunting for other tributes.
Ooh, menacing.
Tyreek kills Buford with a
Oh
sickle.
my
Yeah.
god. Oh my goodness.
You know, it's sad to see, but
we could have
we kind of expected
My
that.
bad.
He does have some massive sickles there, and it's just unfortunate. Daryl receives medical supplies. Daryl with supplies is going to be a demon in the
menace.
ring.
Yeah.
Kevin constructs a shack. I can see that.
He built
He's
that
got the
shack with
muscle.
his bare hands. He
Mhm.
definitely did.
Shags practices his archery. Jason steals from Lil Thulu while he isn't looking. Jason
Wow.
is... Wow.
Was it
Wow,
an
Jason.
accident? Did Jason just find something and it happened to be a little Thulu?
I don't know. It implies that he knew what he was doing. I think Jason has some huge balls on him to do that.
Jason just stole from a cosmic creature.
Yeah.
That is incredible.
He figured out a way to steal from an omnipotent being. Frosty thinks about home. We're seeing a little bit of the fear set in some of these early matches. Dorothy receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor.
Ooh.
Interesting. I feel like Dorothy definitely has committed several murders in the past just by looking at her. So she knows her way around some killing devices.
Yeah.
Drunk Drop and Schnobsworth split up to search for resources. Interesting.
Good
Death
duo.
Bells collects fruit from a tree. Kringler sees smoke rising, but decides not to investigate. Gorth runs away from Christopher.
Wow. That's
I can't see how this would...
Christopher must have some
Yeah.
menacing qualities to him that we're really just
Those
not aware
eyes,
of.
those eyes.
It must be the eyes.
It must be.
Santa and Golem hunt for other tributes.
That's a strong duo.
Wow, that is.
We thought Golem was gonna be a gentle giant, but if
He's on
he's
the
on
hunt.
the attack, then that's gonna spell danger for the other
especially
tributes.
with
You know.
Black Santa.
For sure.
Black Santa might be pulling some stuff out of his sack.
Rudolph searches for firewood. Grumplet injures himself.
I'm not sure how that happened.
Yeah,
but
we don't know anything about Grumplet. We don't know what kind of body he might have.
that's true.
He melted a little.
Grunch runs away from Judas.
Judas probably just
Judas
ran
on
at him,
attack.
screaming,
I can-
screaming and wailing.
I can see that.
Yeah,
Badger thinks about home. Badger doesn't have a home.
that's probably what he was thinking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, his little corner on the street. Grinch makes a wooden spear.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I don't know what he's gonna do with that. Meowsicles discovers a river. Peppermint overhears Clara and Goatman talking in the distance. Peppermint
Peppermint already has a kill.
is a cutthroat. He killed his own brother.
Yeah.
So that's going to be he will not stop at anything to get this win. That much is clear. Jesus overhears Gingeroid and Jiminy Child talking in the distance.
What would Jesus do about that, though?
You
He
know,
has the wine now.
That is true.
he does
Is he
have
gonna share?
wine.
Is he going to start forming some alliances?
That might
Possibly.
be what we see
yeah,
here.
we're going to have to see.
All right, 7 cannon shots. Gumdrop, really tragic. Killed by his own brother. The
Yeah.
betrayal must be so crippling.
We had 4 people die.
To
in an
Daryl.
explosive.
Christmas Spirit, Carlos, Alvin, and Chunky. Sad to see him go so soon.
Yeah, that really is
I
sad.
wanted to see Chunky in the end.
Who was Butterballs Joe was defending Beatrice, and
Yeah.
Stinkle got caught in the fray,
Yeah.
and then Golem killed Buford. All right, no, it
Yeah.
was Tyreek. Tyreek killed Buford.
Tyreek killed Buford. Really sad.
Let's take a look at everyone's status. So we got most of the stronger competitors are still in the game. Some of the weak links are being taken out pretty early.
I think Daryl has a really good shot at victory.
Yeah,
Already
it's-
4
yeah.
kills and supplies.
4 kills and supplies off the bat.
All right, let's just see how it goes from here. Night 1, Kevin falls into a pit and dies.
Not Kevin.
Kevin's
I
out
wanted to
early.
see
That
some
is
stuff in him.
unfortunate.
That's an unfortunate death, too. Really all his fault. All his own.
Clara receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. She could use that.
She really needs the water. Yeah.
Jesus, Goatman, Grinch, and Shag sleep in shifts.
Ooh,
How does Jesus feel about teaming up with a pedophile?
definitely.
Do you think he's going to stand for those types of sins that we're seeing on
I
the screen
really
right here?
don't think
Or
so.
Goatman possibly
That is
related with
true.
the devil.
That is true. That is true.
Interesting.
It is Shag's going to give Jesus some weed.
And maybe
That
they
is a
could,
good
maybe they
question.
might exchange weed and wine. I
Yeah.
think that could be.
That's a fair exchange.
We could see that happen. Blubbus fends Badger, Jack Frost, and Meowsicles away from his fire.
Wow.
So all 3 of these people are going after Blubbus, but Blubbus fends him off. That's good for him, man.
That's impressive, yeah.
That is very impressive.
Golem defeats Grumplet in a fight, but spares his life.
So he is a
Golem
gentle
is
giant.
gentle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He had the
he
opportunity.
doesn't have it in him to kill.
Yeah.
We knew Grumplet was also injured.
Yeah, yeah.
Santa defeats Judas in a fight, but spares his life. We're seeing a lot of
Yes,
sparing
yeah.
right now. We're
Yeah.
not seeing a lot of
They don't have the
cutthroatness.
fire in them yet.
Not yet, anyways.
Tyreek looks at the night sky.
Interesting.
Cthulhu receives fresh food.
Does he even need food?
That's a good question. Beatrice is awoken by nightmares, probably because she was attacked the other day by Stinkle.
Yeah, probably some PTSD going on
Mhm.
there.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. Rudolph, Deathbells, Gandhi, and Bartholomew sleep in shifts.
Interesting
All right.
combo. Okay.
Daryl climbs a tree to rest. That
Yeah.
is very in
He's-
character.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's definitely a lone wolf type.
Mm-hmm. Coco looks at the night sky. Oh, I can already tell something's going on down here.
Whoa.
Dorothy, Snow Angel, and Peppermint unsuccessfully ambush Chimney Child, Plonkel, and Jason, who kill them
my
instead.
Wow.
Peppermint tries to get these people on his side and form an attack, and it doesn't work out for them. Plonkel, Chimney Child, and Jason kill them instead.
Did Jason do much about that though? Did
That
he get
is a
killed?
good
Or
question.
did Jason do it all?
He could have done it all.
We really don't know at this point.
Really unpredictable character.
Grunch passes out from exhaustion.
Ooh, not Grunch.
Mm.
Christopher receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Maybe he could fix that frostbite.
That's true. That is true.
Hugo, Gorth, and Drunk Drop cheerfully sing songs together. Would not expect that from these three.
No,
They all are large.
they all are quite festive though.
Mm-hmm, that's
They
true.
all are quite
Quite
festive.
festive.
Mm-hmm. They seem a little menacing though, so it's a bit of a surprise to see them together like this.
Yeah.
Strong trio for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Kringler screams for help. Now this is interesting because we thought Kringler had all that fighting experience in him.
Is this a trap though?
That's a good
Is
question.
this a trap?
It could
He
be a
hasn't
trap.
done much so far. He's been hiding a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Maybe he's a fake, you know.
Maybe this is all strategy here. Maybe he goes and hides, screams for help, lures them in.
That could
goes for the
that could
kill.
happen.
Yeah.
Bill sees a fire but stays hidden.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill doesn't seem like the type of person to take initiative.
Yeah.
He just kind of lets
He's
life
been
happen to
practicing
him.
with that slingshot though.
Mm.
That's true. He
And
does
he
have a
has the bow.
slingshot and a bow.
Yeah.
Butterballs forces Kermit
Oh
to
my-
kill Schnobsworth or Gindro. He refuses to kill, so Butterballs kills him instead.
Wow.
Kirby is gone.
Butterballs is mentally insane.
That
Oh my god.
he did not want to do the kills himself. He wanted to see Kermit do it for him. That is evil.
That is very.
And he just, no mercy,
Mhm.
absolutely killed Kermit.
Mhm.
No hesitation.
Damn. Frosty quietly hums.
He's going crazy.
That-
Frosty, he wanted to go home, and now he's going crazy.
Yeah. Rudolph picks flowers. Jason sprains his ankle while running away
wow.
from Shags.
Mm,
And Gorth and Bartholomew work together for the day.
interesting. Interesting.
Chimney Child steals from Butterballs while he isn't
That's
looking.
not a
Oh.
good idea.
That,
Oh boy.
that is ballsy.
That-
He does not know what he's getting into.
For sure.
Beatrice receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Beatrice has been having a peaceful time.
She's been getting a lot of support. A lot of support.
Yeah, maybe she'll
People
just.
may feel bad for her.
Maybe that's how she wins.
Yeah.
We don't know. She doesn't seem to fully understand what's going on here, so we don't know. Goatman steals from Death Bells while he isn't looking. A lot
Also
of stealing
ballsy.
going on here.
Also very ballsy.
Drunk Drop discovers a river.
Mm.
Gingeroy explores the arena. Badger stabs Tyreek with a tree branch. Does that kill him, though?
Does that kill Tyreek?
Let's see. Mousicles makes a wooden spear.
Mm.
Gandhi makes a wooden spear.
Very resourceful.
Daryl defeats Hugo in a fight but spares his life. Interesting.
That is
Interesting. We haven't seen that kind of mercy from Daryl.
See, what I'm thinking is he's leaving Hugo in the fray because he knows that he can defeat Hugo, but since Hugo is such a strong competitor, he might take out some of the other guys on his own.
Mm,
That's
true.
kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Very smart.
Coco forces Judas to kill Kringler or Bill. He decides to kill Bill.
Oh my goodness, Bill coming out.
Bill,
That's really just gonna worsen Judas's mental state. Though.
Yeah.
For sure.
Judas is already over the edge, and Coco forces him to choose between Kringler or Bill.
That's a good strategy coming from Coco, though. Pick the most mentally unstable fighter and push him even further.
Yeah,
Edge.
Yeah.
that might backfire on him though. We don't know. Christopher is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Yeah, I can see that. He's just
Yeah.
kind of
Like, he
picking.
might shatter He is pricked.
That is true.
Jack Frost defeats Grumplet in a fight but spares his life. Is this the second time
Grumplet has been
Grumplet's being
What
spared?
is
Twice.
Grumplet? I think there might be some mental shenanigans going on with Grumplet. He might be manipulating people.
That could be the case. Grinch sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate.
He's got other
He's-
activities.
he's
doing,
busy.
Yep, he's doing something
He's
else.
busy. Santa and Grunch hunt for other tributes. All right.
Santa's been really getting into it lately, but no kills.
Blubbus stalks Clara. Clara is crusty enough. She does not need Blubbus going in on her. And then Lil Thulu searches for a water source. So it seems like Lil Thulu does need sustenance, as he's looking for some food sources and water sources here.
Mm.
Schnabelwurst diverts Golm's attention and runs away. Probably cast a
very
spell.
smart.
Probably.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Some kind of masking spell.
Yeah.
Jesus's trap kills Frosty.
Interesting. Jesus setting a trap. Wouldn't
Mhm.
expect that from him. Although he does avoid the indirect kill.
That's
Yeah,
true. He
yeah.
can claim innocence here.
Mm-hmm.
And then Plunkle searches for a water source. 8 cannon shots. Kevin, Dorothy, Snow Angel, Peppermint, Kermie, Tyreek did die.
Tyreek is
Ooh, he
dead.
died from that
Okay.
wound.
Bill, and Frosty. Sad to see Kevin go in such a sad way, just falling
Yeah.
in a hole.
That is really depressing.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, let's just proceed. Kringler receives a hatchet. Christopher, Shags, Goatman, and Blubbus tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Interesting.
I don't think Blubbus is liking that. I think the other ones are enjoying it, but Blubbus seems
Really,
a little fearful.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I think Goatman could definitely kill a good ghost story. Daryl's unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. That's very uncharacteristic of
Might-
Daryl.
It might be a
Yeah,
little
for
wet.
sure.
It might be a little wet out.
That's
Find
true.
dry wood, and he's just thugging it out
Yeah.
right now.
Bartholomew sets up camp for the night. Gorth thinks about winning. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Gorth. Jesus defeats Grumplet.
Oh my
the
goodness!
third
Jesus.
time. This is the third time that Grumplet has been spared.
There's definitely some
Yeah.
shenanigans going on there. I
Definitely
think
very manipulative.
Grumplet might have some mental attacks.
On Jesus Christ, though, is the
That's-
question. That would be very powerful.
That would be a powerful ability.
Mm-hmm. Judas quietly hums. Yeah.
This is already insane. He's on the edge now.
He's
Oh, yeah.
definitely on the edge.
Hugo destroys Grinch's supplies while he's asleep.
Okay.
All right.
Hugo does not like pedophiles.
No. Didn't kill him, though.
Didn't kill him.
Drunk Trap is awoken by nightmares. All right.
He's probably haunted by some stuff.
Maybe some withdrawal. There's not a lot of alcohol
That
in
is
the
true.
arena.
Yeah.
Jack Frost sets up camp for the night. Deathbells, Badger, and Grunch get into a fight. Badger triumphantly kills them both.
Yep. That
Badger
Oh
knows
my
how to
God.
scrap.
Badger
Okay.
definitely knows
Is
how
that
to
his
scrap.
bird kill?
Badger has been on the streets. He knows what's up, and he knows how to scrap. All right. Coco and Lil Thulu tell stories about themselves to one another. Interesting.
Unexpected team up here.
Yeah, I wonder what kind of stories Lil Thulu might be telling Coco here.
Maybe when he created the universe,
Yeah.
perhaps
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Meowsicles begs Plonkle to kill him. He refuses, keeping Meowsicles alive.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Is this a ploy by Meowsicles?
He might have been trying to lure him in, but I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe his mental state isn't doing too well. He is a
After the
soldier.
war.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Butterballs and Schnobs huddle for warmth.
Interesting.
You see, it is interesting because Schnobsworth can definitely cast a heating spell, but instead decides to cuddle up with Butterballs Joe.
Maybe Butterballs forced himself on.
We don't know.
I could see
I could
that.
see
yeah.
that for sure.
Clara and Gintroy run into each other and decide a truce for the night. Two smaller people that are still in the fight, as well as these guys up here.
Yeah.
That's probably why Plonkle decided not to kill Meowsicles, because the smaller people have to stick together.
Yeah.
Chimney Child defeats Jason in a fight but spares his life. Jason is still in the game.
He's probably just so nice that
Yeah.
he probably
couldn't kill
yeah.
him.
I could see that. Santa starts a fire.
Mhm.
Rudolph receives medical supplies. Beatrice cooks her food before putting her fire out. So, yeah, not seeing a lot of stuff going on from Beatrice.
She's smart enough to cook her food.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe she had one of those cooking channels back at home. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Gandhi stabs Gulm in the back with a trident.
Wow.
He would have had to climb all the way up his leg and stab him in the back. That is impressive coming from Gandhi, given that he's so small.
So small, he probably didn't even notice him though.
Yeah, that would make sense. That is one downside of being such a big contestant.
Mhm.
Sure.
Yeah.
Santa sees smoke rising but decides not to investigate. Gandhi overhears Schnabsworth and Clara talking in the distance. Gingeroy steals from Badger while he isn't looking. For a homeless man, he's not very good at protecting his stuff.
Yeah.
Well, Thulu discovers a river. All right.
Did he make the river?
Good question.
Did he
It
spawn
said
it
he was
in?
looking for water earlier,
Yeah,
though.
that is true. That is true.
So he found what he was looking for. Grumplet diverts Blubbus's attention and runs away. Some more mind games. More mind games coming from Grumplet.
Grumplet is definitely the smartest out here.
Yeah, definitely.
That could be argued to be the case.
Mhm.
Coco and Goatman work together for the day. Okay. Meowsicles hunts for other tributes. Weird that he was just asking
reignited.
for his own demise, and now
I
he's.
think it was a ploy. I think it was.
It
a ploy.
might have been.
Yeah,
Rudolph questions his sanity.
that's reasonable.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, what's going on down here?
Oh boy.
Jesus, Judas, Butterballs, Beatrice, and Bartholomew all hunt for other tributes.
Wow.
Weird to see.
Jesus and
Weird to see these people hunting for other tributes.
Especially Jesus Christ and Judas. That
Jesus
is-
Christ and Judas working together. Haven't seen that since about 2,000 years ago, since their breakup. And then Beatrice also hunting for other tributes is interesting because she's been rather peaceful.
We haven't seen a lot from Bartholomew
That's
yet.
true.
Yeah.
Do we think
Butterballs
Butterballs forced them to hunt for other tributes?
I could see
Because
that.
this wouldn't be the first time he's forced people to kill.
Yeah.
Plonkle chases after Shags.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Christopher questions his sanity.
Yep, that's
Right?
reasonable.
He probably just gained consciousness. You know? This is not the place to do it. Hugo collects fruit from a tree. Probably not that hard.
Probably not.
Drunk Drops defeats Gorth, but spares his life. We're seeing a lot of sparing out here, and if somebody's gonna win, they're gonna have to take initiative and start to kill. All right, that's just how it's gonna have to be.
Mm-hmm.
Jason kills
Oh
Chimney
my
Child
God.
with his own weapon. Jason knows what's
tricked
up.
him into sparing him,
Oh my.
and then
Holy
stabbed him in the
shit.
back.
Hooked his own weapon. Holy
That
shit.
is crazy.
Jason.
He was definitely smiling while he was doing it.
Oh yeah. Dill practices his archery.
Of course he does.
He's a
yeah.
hunter.
He is.
Jack Frost chases Kringler.
Interesting fight there. Two swordsmen.
He may have noticed that Kringler's kind of a fraud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grinch receives medical supplies
Oh.
from an unknown sponsor.
Oh,
Another
God.
keto. And another.
I can only pray that those medical supplies were like Band-Aids and first aid kits, and not
Condoms.
contraceptives. Oh God. All right. 4 cannon shots. Only 4 dead this round. Golem was a good competitor out
God,
here.
that trident.
Mm-hmm.
Chimney Child, tragic death, stabbed in the back. Let's see everyone's status and their kills. Jesus Christ is 1 indirect kill. I think that was from a trap, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Black Santa has killed no people. Badger has 3 kills.
That's not surprising.
Butterballs Joe has 2 kills. So the 2 insane men
You're
racking
doing
up some
very
kills here.
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't seem... Plonko has 3 kills.
Really
Interesting. And Daryl has 4 kills. I can see that.
Daryl's definitely in the lead. I'm not seeing a lot of competitors being able
Yeah.
to take on Daryl here.
Not a lot of people are going into it and getting kills.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Clara is still alive.
That is quite surprising.
Yeah. Gandhi has 1 kill because he killed Golem.
He did.
And then, yeah, not seeing a lot of other kills. Judas has a kill.
Jason has 4
What?
kills.
Jason get 4 kills.
What? Coming in from the back, Jason has 4 kills, people. We did not expect this. But the numbers don't lie.
Wait, it's when he killed those 3 people.
Oh,
attacked him.
yeah.
I guess he killed them all.
Jason
Self-defense.
murdered all of them.
Self-defense. Okay. Okay. Kringler questions his sanity.
Kringler
Grinch
is definitely
is
a fraud.
awoken by nightmares. What could scare the Grinch?
Yeah.
Lil Thulu, Rudolph, Gorth, Plonkel, and Schnobsworth track
Oh
down
my
and kill
God.
Beatrice.
Oh my god.
That's just sad.
That was...
Where did that come from?
No mercy.
What are we thinking the motive is here? Because Beatrice
What has she
clearly was not a threat.
Maybe they felt bad for her.
They put her out of
wanted
her
to finish
misery.
her off quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it could be, you know,
Maybe they just don't like people with Down syndrome.
that could be the case as
Yeah.
well. Whatever the case, 5 people teamed up to kill her.
That's some serious motive.
Yeah. Hugo kills Bartholomew while he's sleeping. Haven't
Wow.
seen a lot out of Bartholomew, so that makes sense that he just goes out in the night.
No.
Judas is awoken by nightmares.
Once again.
All right.
Yep.
Dale and Christopher tell stories about themselves to each other. Okay.
Interesting. Daryl's definitely got some good stories.
Mm-hmm. Daryl, he sees that he's just a child and he spares him.
Yeah.
Butterballs receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor.
I think Butterballs is getting a lot of support here.
Mm-hmm. Definitely getting a lot of support from the sponsors out there.
Yeah.
Jason is unable to start a fire and sleeps without more.
That's not surprising. Jason is probably pretty inexperienced in
Probably
a
the
survival
least
situation.
prepared out of all of them.
Probably, but he's still having a good time out there.
He's
Yeah,
having a blast.
yeah. Coco destroys Grumplet's supplies while he is asleep. All right.
Still not dead though.
Yeah, Grumplet is hanging in there. Badger begs for Goatman to kill him. He refuses, keeping Badger alive.
Ah,
Goatman should have definitely killed him.
he should
Yeah.
have killed him while he had the chance.
Yeah, that was his one shot to
His
kill Badger.
Badger, a
mental
little
state.
bipolar, maybe.
His mental state is going to change in an instant.
Maybe some split personality.
I could see, yeah.
Gandhi stays awake all night. Drunk Drop tends to his wounds. Santa Shags, Clara, and Meowsicles tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Okay. Jesus receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor.
Who gave Jesus Christ an explosive?
I can't see this ending well, folks. Gingeroy tries to sing himself to sleep. Blubbus convinces Jack Frost to snuggle with him. All right.
I think Blubbus would be a pretty good snuggler.
I think that might be the case.
Yeah.
What that drunk
Good
do?
friendly guy.
Right. Gandhi dies from hypothermia. That is a sad way to go.
We've got some people in the chat concerned here that Jesus is getting help from God.
Oh.
Is that his sponsor?
Shit. Badger shoots an arrow into Grumplet's head.
Oh my god.
So Grumplet
Defeated.
cannot use his mind tricks on Badger. Badger
Did
has
not work.
no mind to trick.
Badger will not succumb.
Mm-hmm. That was a blunder right there, trying to use his psychotic abilities on Badger. Santa tries to sleep through the entire day, not seeing a lot of stuff going on from Santa. Blubbus sets off an explosive, killing Coco, Drunk Drop, the Grinch, and
Not
Jason.
Jason.
That
Oh
is
my
sad to
God.
see Jason go,
Ah,
but at least the Grinch is dead too.
that's true.
You know,
Blubbus was just cuddling with somebody, and now he's
Wow.
who was he
Kill him.
cuddling with? He was cuddling
one
with
of these folks. I don't think.
Kringler chases Gingeroy.
Ooh,
All right,
interesting.
Kringler might be hungry.
I think he's taking advantage of his size.
Yeah,
Yeah,
taking
for
advantage of kind of like the fear that he might emit into some people.
Yeah.
Daryl questions his sanity. Daryl's got to get it back on track, or he might lose this
I think
race.
Daryl, he's seen a lot. He's really going through it. I mean,
Looking very strong at the beginning.
He did
not
just
so
talk
much.
to Christopher.
that
Yeah.
that would make most question their sanity.
Yeah. Jesus tends to Christopher's wounds.
Mm.
A lot of people being very peaceful towards Christopher. Butterball scares Lil Thulu off. That takes
Wow.
a lot to scare off a cosmic being. But I can see that Butterballs clearly has it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then Meowsicles fishes.
Okay.
Alright.
Yep.
Getting
yep.
some fish. He is a cat. Plunkle discovers a river. Hugo attacks Shags, but Shags gets away.
Okay. That was probably a good
Shags has been
scrap.
running a
Yeah.
lot.
Mhm.
That was probably a good scrap.
Gorth injures himself.
Oh.
Jack Frost sees smoke, but decides not to investigate. Judas overhears Goatman and Clara talking in the distance. It's gonna be hard for Judas to discern the voices in his head from those outside his head. Schnobsworth injures himself. All right. Rudolph is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Okay. 8 cannon shots. Beatrice. That was
surprising.
that was a
really
hate
sad.
crime, I think.
I think it was.
I think
actually.
it was a hate
5v1.
crime. 5v1. She stood no chance.
Just demolished her.
Gandhi, hypothermia got to him. Sad to see him go. Grumplet made a
Grumplet.
huge blunder.
He
Huge
did.
blunder
He
trying
did
to get into
not.
Badger's head.
Mhm.
Coco down. Drunk Drop down. Grinch down.
I think we're all
Jason
happy
down.
to see Grinch
Yeah,
not
yeah.
out of the race
Yeah, you know,
for the most part.
I think most people are excited to see that his reign is over.
But sad to see Jason.
I'm
go.
really
Yeah,
sad
it is
to see
sad
I
to
that.
wanted
see him
Jason
go.
at the end.
Yeah.
We have Black Santa still alive. Jesus with
is
1
still
kill.
alive.
Jack Frost is alive. Rudolph. Badger has 4 kills now.
Not surprising.
Butterball's Joe's kind of lagging behind with 2 kills.
Although he did force multiple people
Yeah,
to kill
we're not
other
counting
people
that.
for
Right,
him.
kill for him.
Yeah.
Gingeroy. Plunkle has 4 kills. Plunkle's been on the
Yeah, so-
move. He's kind of a big mover here.
Yeah.
Goatman, we're not seeing a lot out of him. Schnobsworth has a kill.
Daryl still with his 4.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Clara. Hugo has only 1 kill, and Blubbus set off that bomb.
Yeah,
He killed.
that was a big play. by
That was.
Mm-hmm. Meowsicles is still alive. Old Thulu apparently has 1 kill. I don't remember that. Shags and Judas
Judas
still in the game.
was forced to kill.
Yeah,
Mhm.
It was not his choice.
he's definitely spiraling.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's move on to what day is it? Day 5?
We'll see.
Night 4. Plunkle and Kringler run into each other and decide to truce for the night.
Interesting.
Okay. Plunkle's a big player here, so he might kill him in the night.
Yeah, Kringler doesn't seem like he's genuine. I
Yeah.
don't think he is who he says he is.
Yeah, for sure.
Schnobsworth and Badger hold hands
That's
again.
just excellent.
Again, Schnobsworth has the choice to make warmth for himself in the night, but he decides
Yeah.
instead to go out and seek somebody out. I think he's looking for love.
I think he is.
And-
Will he find love in the arena?
That's a good
I'm
question.
not sure with Badger.
Yeah, I don't know if Badger knows what's going on in his own mind. Daryl is awoken by nightmares. Goatman overpowers Santa, killing him.
Wow.
Not a lot of plays by Santa in this game, and it makes sense that he goes out, but Goatman hasn't done much either.
Mhm.
Christopher loses sight of where he is.
Can he see in the first place?
That's a good question. His eyes
seems
might be
frosted
frozen.
over.
Yeah.
Little Thulu and Shags threaten a double suicide. It fails and they die.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, so they thought that people would stop the games if they killed themselves?
Yeah.
Lil Thulu and Shags do not have that kind of influence in this game, okay? Not a lot of plays being made by them.
Shags definitely smoked some bad granola.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the only way Lil Tulu was going out, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was by
that's
killing
true.
himself.
Let's see, Jack Frost climbs a tree to rest. Butterballs, Clara, Meowsicles, and Gorth all sleep in shifts here.
Interesting
Alright?
combo.
That is.
Interesting.
Yeah, not seeing...
Butterball's definitely the leader of that.
Yeah, I can definitely see Butterballs taking charge here. He really scares people, and I think it's well within his right to scare both Clara and Meowsicles. Not sure about Gorth, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Blubbus passes out from exhaustion.
He is big. He needs a lot of food
Yeah.
to keep going. Yeah.
Judas kills Rudolph with a hatchet.
Oh God.
We're starting to see Judas lose his mind.
He's
He's-
transforming.
He's
Mhm.
spiraling.
Yeah. Judas must have thought Rudolph was a demon, which, to be fair,
He might as well be.
yeah. So, there is that. Gingeroy and Jesus sleep in shifts.
Okay.
Still a lot of peace coming out of Jesus Christ. Hugo quietly hums. Daryl stabs Schnobsworth with a tree branch.
Yep. That's
Daryl's back in the game, and
back.
Schnobsworth did not find the love he was looking for. Christopher begs Meowsicles to kill him. He refuses, keeping Christopher alive. Really, that would have been an act of mercy here.
it really
Yeah,
would have
for
been,
sure.
yeah.
But unfortunately, Christopher can't have his piece just yet. Blubbus tries to spearfish with a trident.
Probably not gonna work too well.
Yeah.
He does not have any
Using his
opposable
trunk, maybe?
thumbs.
He might be able to use his trunk.
Maybe.
Gorth runs away from Butterballs.
Smart. Very smart.
Very
That is a
smart.
smart play. Jack Frost tries to sleep throughout the entire day. Not a lot of moves being made by him. He's just kind of waiting for things to happen.
Yeah.
Clara searches for firewood. Judas thinks about home. Right? Plunkle, Kringler, and Goatman get into a fight. Kringler triumphantly kills them both.
Wow. Okay.
This is the
With
first
his
time.
First.
First time we're seeing any moves out of Kringler.
Has he been holding back?
Is he making his move?
He might be.
Yeah.
Especially by killing Plonkel. Plonkel up
Mm-hmm.
4.
Plunkle
That is true.
Plunkle was a good player. Gingeroy makes a slingshot. Badger is pricked by thorns while picking berries. He probably didn't
Yeah.
even feel it. Hugo tends to Jesus' wounds.
Interesting.
Jesus is making a lot of friends here.
Mm-hmm. It's probably with that wine he's been making.
Yeah,
that
for
is
sure.
true. Yeah.
All right, 7 cannon shots. Jesus, Lil Thulu, Shags, Rudolph, Schnobsworth, Plunkle, and Goatman are all dead. It's interesting to see Plunkle out of the game because, he did have 4 kills.
That is true.
Sad to see Schnobsworth too.
Mm-hmm.
Shags.
Just wanted love.
Shags was a strong contestant too. And
Shags thought he was all that, but he clearly wasn't.
apparently not.
All right, let's see. We're still pretty consistent here. Kringler has 2 more kills. Daryl has 5 kills now.
Yeah.
He is getting back into the game. Clara, still nothing from Clara. Hugo has 1 kill. Blubbus has that bomb set off still. Meowsicle is still alive with no kills, and Judas is starting to lose it. Alright, let's proceed. Clara attacks Jack Frost, but Meowsicles protects him, killing Clara.
Clara.
Wow.
Clara tries to make a move, but
First time she's attacked.
she doesn't have it all in her. She might have gotten away with it if Meowsicles didn't step in. Judas tends to Daryl's wounds.
Interesting.
He really is all over the place.
We're really not sure what's going on with Daryl.
Jesus destroys Butterball's supplies while he's asleep.
Wow.
Very ballsy of the Son of God
For
right
sure.
here. You're not your dad, pal. Butterball's Joe will fuck you up. Badger kills Kringler while he was
Ooh,
sleeping.
Not surprising.
Not surprising at all. Christopher receives clean water from an unknown sponsor.
Just kill him.
Yeah.
Stop keeping him alive. He needs to go.
Yeah, Gintroy is awoken by nightmares. Gorth falls into a frozen lake and drowns.
Oh.
Again, not seeing a lot of things coming from Gorth.
I think Gore thought he was going to be making big moves, but he really overestimated
All
himself.
that muscle
Yeah.
didn't do much in the end.
No, muscle doesn't float. Hugo sets Blubbus on fire with a
Holy
Molotov.
shit. That is ruthless.
God damn. Butterballs decides not to go. Oh, yes. So there's a feast. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs. Butterballs decides not to go to the feast. Interesting.
He's up to his own stuff.
Badger does not go to the
I
feast.
can see that from the both of them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Daryl gathers as much food as he can before fleeing.
Starts
Okay,
very
he is.
smart
from
move.
Daryl,
He's a
yeah.
survivor. He's a gatherer, a hunter. Gingeroy does not go. Christopher, Hugo, Jack Frost, and Judas form a suicide
Oh my
pact,
Oh my goodness.
killing themselves.
That was definitely initiated by Judas.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Although,
Christopher already probably wanted to die.
yeah,
Yeah.
Christopher and Judas, it's not, it's not surprising to see them go out like
we
this.
did know Hugo was injured from earlier.
hmm
Mm,
A little surprising to see Jack
Yeah,
Frost
Jack
go out
Frost.
this way.
Not doing much.
Mhm.
yeah.
Maybe the screams that he heard while burning Blubbus alive kind of got into Hugo's mind.
That is true.
We're down
That's a
to not that
possibility.
many contestants now.
Yeah. Jesus does not go to the feast.
You're
We
right,
all know what
Stan.
happened when Jesus went to the Last Supper. Okay, it didn't work out well
Yeah.
for
He
him.
wasn't looking for a repeat.
And to his knowledge, Judas could have been there.
That is true.
Yeah.
Meowsicles decides not to go to the feast, so the only one attending the feast is Daryl.
Daryl's got
He's
all
just-
the food.
yeah.
He has
Daryl has
all the
all the
supplies.
supplies.
Controlling all the supplies.
Mhm.
Wow.
All right, Jesus makes a slingshot. Badger
He's
explores.
on the hunt.
Ginjoy injures himself. Daryl makes a slingshot.
Smart.
Butterballs Joe searches for water. Meowsicles questions his sanity. Clara, Kringler, Gorth, Blubbus, Christopher, Hugo, Jack Frost, and Judas. With these four all killing themselves.
All up for the count.
Mm-hmm. Jesus is still in the game, the Son of God. Is he receiving some divine help right now? Cheating will not be tolerated. We don't care who your father is. Badger still alive with 5 kills. Butterballs Joe 2 kills. Really
Two very strong.
2 very strong and insane people going on here. Jindroy is alive, not making any plays. Daryl's alive
Daryl.
with 5 kills. He's a strong competitor.
He really is.
Most kills.
Yeah.
Mhm. And then just Meowsicles down here.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be honest, I don't think Meowsicles has what it takes to go against these strong competitors like
I
Daryl,
really
Butterballs,
strong
and
competitors.
Badger,
Yeah.
and Jesus.
Gingeroy hasn't made a move yet.
Yeah.
I think we could see some big stuff out of Gingeroy coming up here.
That's true. Jesus stabs
Oh
Daryl in the
my
back with a
goodness.
trident. That is sad to see Daryl go.
Wow.
And from Jesus
Ooh.
Christ himself. Meowsicles cries himself to sleep. Badger's awoken by nightmares. Gingeroy lets Butterballs into his shelter. You don't argue.
Ooh.
You don't argue with Butterballs, Joe.
That's true. He didn't have a choice with that
Mhm.
one.
Daryl is out though.
Yeah.
That's a little insane.
Jesus overhears Meowsicles and Butterballs talking in the distance. Badger shoots a poisonous blowtart into Gingeroy's neck, slowly killing him.
Ooh.
Badger definitely enjoyed that.
He
Yeah.
enjoyed watching that for sure.
Daryl and Gingeroy are out.
That is
I really
sad to
thought
see
Daryl
Daryl.
was gonna make it.
That's
Yeah.
sad to see him go.
Only from
Badger
Jesus
was-
Christ himself, though.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Badger has 6 kills, and there's nobody here to contest him
It's
so
the top
far.
4.
But the last
Yeah.
time we said that, Daryl went out in a flash.
Daryl definitely went out peacefully, though. Jesus definitely gave him a nice death.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Badger lets Butterballs into his shelter.
That's-
Jesus screams for help. You cannot.
Trying to get God.
You cannot get help from God here. That is cheating, Jesus. Meowsicles bleeds out due to
Oh.
untreated injuries,
Wow.
like a whimper in the night.
Down to the final 3. Badger,
Badger
Butterballs,
and
and
Very
Butterballs.
Jesus.
strong.
In the same shelter.
What is gonna happen?
This is
Wow.
interesting. Jesus searches for water. Butterballs receives an explosive, and Badger dies.
Oh my god.
Badger died from an infection.
Infection.
He
Probably
def-
from before he even.
It was
got
probably
into the game.
herpes. It was probably herpes.
It's
Probably
definitely
had
worse. Yeah.
several infections already festering
It's
within
just
him.
Butterballs and Jesus.
Butterballs and Jesus
But
Christ.
Butterballs does have an explosive.
That is
Butterballs
true.
and Jesus Christ. Will God win, or will Butterballs Joe? This is the final round, people. Jesus stabs
Oh
Butterballs
my
in the back.
goodness.
Jesus is victorious.
The Son of Christ
The Son of God is the winner. in this
wins
tournament.
it
Expected
all.
that.
Well, it was a good round,
Blind
people.
fate.
You know-
Arguable that Jesus did cheat a little.
It is arguable that Jesus might have cheated. We'll have to look into that a little bit. We didn't see what we wanted from Black Santa. Jesus was a strong competitor out there. He played it smart. Frosty, not a lot happened. Jack Frost, suicide. This was a good
I wanted
round,
to see
people.
Badger win.
I wanted
Yeah.
to see Badger win, definitely. And yeah, it was a good match overall. It's sad to see somebody who clearly might have had some divine help
Yeah.
win it all, but
Yeah.
that's just how it goes in these types of
Replay the
things.
game.
Yeah.
hmm
Little Thulu could have had the opportunity. He was,
could've.
yeah.
No, he blundered.
He
you
did.
know,
He did blunder.
I think he let Shags give him some bad granola. And,
that might have been
yeah,
his downfall. Well,
that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the
Wait, who's
2023
sponsoring
Christmas
Jesus?
Clash.
Jesus Christ, the sponsor is Cole Christensen. Congratulations on winning the 2023 Christmas Clash.
The
It's-
big prize.
It's been an honor, folks, and I'm happy you guys could all join me.